Now, there's only 3 games where I've gotten to that level, and some of them are arguable and to some degree as well. They are Zombies, Monster Hunter, and Pokemon. Those are the only games where I've gotten to a high skill level at. And so that's why, I guess that's why I like Zombies so much. I don't know where the tangent came on. Like, this has been one of the most coherent Zombies commentaries I've ever made, but now I'm starting to ramble a little bit. So maybe we should cut the recording session off here, kind of cut our losses while we can, chop this session up into a couple of videos, and pump them out to you guys. But maybe I'll keep going. Maybe we'll do some more tomorrow. I don't know, I got an exam in a couple of days, so I should probably be sleeping right now. But, yeah. I'm enjoying this. It's honestly, over the last couple of days, I haven't been enjoying myself doing some stuff. I haven't done much, but, like, I haven't found any time to really enjoy myself, and when I have, the stuff I chose to do to enjoy myself hasn't been that enjoyable. But this time around, I'm enjoying it. It's sorry, this game, this Buried game, which I can say, hands on head, this is the greatest, this is the best Buried game I've had in a while. I say as I go down. This is a very good Buried game for me. Going to round 31 without a down is honestly a feat that I didn't think I would accomplish. I never have done that before. So, it gives me a chance to explain this. Gives me a chance to explain this mechanic. As you can see, I got downed, I got revived. I now have 6 perks. The one I lost was Quick Revive. But, because it's the only perk I don't have... Ooh, shit. Going through this manner guarantees me Quick Revive. I went through this is the fastest I've been through this place, because I usually don't round that bookcase so fast. If you round that bookcase as fast as I just did, you can save a lot of time. And obviously, the faster you do one step, the faster you can do the next step, and so that saved me a shit ton of time. Whoa! See, what I did right there is instead of waiting to kill all the ghosts from the last house run, I went straight into the next house run, and so a bunch of them spawned. I probably lost a shit ton of points there. It doesn't really matter. Not sure whether I still have the Flopper Perma perks, but just in case I do, even though the Flopper Perma perk at this point is pretty useless. I do! Oh my god, I think I've got like 20 rounds with that thing. The way to lose it, by the way, is to take fall damage, basically. It's hard to avoid, honestly. Although you can avoid fall damage completely if you flop, so, yeah. Come on, you're the last one, right? You're not! Come on! I know you owe me a perk, because the ghost was in the thing. Obviously want to let him drop down, so I don't have to deal with going up there, especially since the zombies are going to start spawning after I get the perk. Or before I get the perk, when the last thing dies. Holy shit, there are a lot of those bitches. Probably better off using the acid neutralizer, or the, what's it called? Actuated neutralizer. 94,000. Alright, zombies are going to start spawning, and Quick Revive, we're back in our position. So yeah, that's probably like a 2-minute recovery process. It's not too bad, all things considered, considering the history of zombie recovery processes. Now, for those of you who were listening to me earlier intently and thought, Putty, you said you were only going to get to round 30 and then quit, right? Yeah, I did say that. I recall those words leaving my mouth. I don't know why I've decided to go back on said words. Holy shit! Hoof! I wasn't high enough, so they got me. They started catching me. Holy shit, that was close. Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna escape this situation, but it shouldn't be too hard. There you go. Gotta watch now, because they're gonna start jumping back down, so you gotta be careful exactly where you route them. You don't want to get stuck like that. Hoof, that could have been a nasty one. Take him out, there shouldn't be any more dropping down, so you should be able to take a couple of them out like this. That's the thing, like, at this point in the game, the most dangerous situation is you get caught. Someone jumps behind you when you weren't expecting them to, and because you can't take them out fast enough, you get swiped. Like that. That could have been disastrous if I had, like, relied too much on that being a safe area to do things. Also, another thing is things spawning. Like, honestly, like, let me talk you through the, like, ideal strategy at this point in the game. Well, you see that, like, the green stuff that's been dropping on the floor? That makes the zombies leave you alone. if you can get a zombie to drop that green stuff, you want to murder the horde first, and then you want to stand in the green stuff that the zombies inevitably dropped. Then you want to let them gather up, because the green stuff lasts a pretty long time. You want to let them spawn. You don't want to be kiting around while they're spawning, because that could be a problem. You want to be sitting here, letting them just gather up. Then when the goop goes away, you want to slaughter the horde again. Obviously with insta-kill, it becomes a little easier. By the way, I've always recommended to people, even online, I get very angry when people shoot during insta-kill, especially if I'm going to knife them and they shoot, because I'm like, I was going to do the most efficient thing, and then you did the inefficient thing, you bastard. You've done two things that have annoyed me. Inefficiency and stealing my kill. God damn you. I don't know which one's worse. Probably the inefficiency. But the most efficient thing is obviously the knife people doing insta-kill. You're on round 31, you've got 150,000 points. Don't worry about knifing them. You know? Like, it's not a big deal anymore. You're pretty in the clear. So the reason why I am continuing this run is because it's actually been a lot better. I thought I would crutch and crawl and scrape my way to round 30, but I've actually gotten here without too many issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this run until we keep going. I'm, at this point, calling off the possibility of a randoms run tonight, but I will see how far I can get tonight on Buried, because that would be interesting. My record, I believe, is 32, or 33 maybe. If we get to 35, then we've definitely beaten my record. There's no doubt about it. Now, when you see zombies starting to go elsewhere, you want them all there. So if you see them starting to walk off, you might want to leave the group a little earlier, even if there are still zombies spawning. But this was fine. Now they're coming at me, brah. Now they're coming at me. Just start shooting them. Start shooting them well. The thing with this area right here is you can shoot, and then obviously you've got an escape route. That is not a good place for the goop. I want to try and kill another zombie so I can get goop in a better place. Probably should have shot him a little later, actually. Oh shit. I gotta be careful. Uh-oh. Now they can't jump up, so they gotta come up those stairs. I can probably kill them before they get to me. Hopefully they'll drop some goop. I gotta watch this paralyzer doesn't get overheated, because if it does, I've lost an oh shit button. And if anybody has played zombies long enough, you will know the most valuable thing in the entirety of zombies is a good oh shit button. And I guess oh shit button is kind of a thing me and my friends use. I guess it isn't as universal as I think it is. An oh shit button is a is a weapon that you can press as a sorry. An oh shit button is a weapon that you can use to get yourself out of a tight situation. So it's kind of like when you press the button. It's kind of like pressing the mouse when you say oh shit. That's kind of the etymology behind oh shit button. Basically a weapon that gets you out of trouble. We evaluate on very regular occasions how good an oh shit button is as an oh shit button. For example, the ultimate oh shit button, in my personal opinion, is a thunder gun. The second best oh shit button in the history of zombies, in my opinion, if we're going on basically like killing power, like you're trapped in a corner, what do you want? I'd go with Mustang and Sally's with Flopper. But if you're going on like what gets you out of the tightest of jams, Paralyzer might be the second best show shit button in the history of zombies. Not too sure. Might still be Mustang and Sally's. What the hell? Oh, there's a headshot perk. Like I've probably talked about it today. But one of the ways you can lose it, I guess the way you lose it, is killing a certain amount of zombies in a row without headshotting them. And I guess I just lost that perk by randomly shooting into the crowd of zombies with insta-kill. How many Galvan Knuckles does it take on round 32 to kill a zombie? This isn't the start of a joke, I swear. The answer is a number. That's probably going to be... It's got to be 6, right? Yes, it is. Round 33! Whoop whoop. Round 33, hype. Still, like, a 2-hour game max. And I know it wasn't a 2-hour game because... I know it was past 12 o'clock when we started this. So this wasn't as, like, heart-wrenching as I thought it would be. Around 35 run, like I said, would guarantee me a new record, which will be fun. By the way, I just remembered. I knew this going in, but I totally forgot. You can tell which zombies are going to drop a goop, because... drop their, the zombie muck thing. Because they're glowing green. See? Can you see it in there? You see that green stuff? It's kind of like the stuff we just stood in, except it's on a zombie. They're already glowing that before you even kill them, so it's not random by any means. But I just look, how are you supposed to tell which one of them's gonna drop it right now? Like, I was just shooting randomly into a horde with no way of telling, and I can't tell if they've dropped any. So I don't think they have. I swore there was a green guy in there. I know there's a green guy in that horde right there. Ooh, oh, that was clutch. Wow. Clutch is a certain category. Clutch is like, oh, you just did something spectacularly good. I think that was just good. You don't want to stand into it too long because there's, the whole horde is right there, so there's no point standing into it for ages. Because the point of the group is twofold: to keep them away from you for one, and to get them into a horde. So we'd already accomplished step one. Lovely. The group dropped in the perfect place. That's honestly the perfect scenario, is that they encroach on you, you kill half of them, one of them drops a goop right here, you can walk into it to get them off your back. Man, that's a horde. That's a horde. One cool thing you can do if you want is, come to these steps and start shooting them. The problem is, when they die, there's going to be some spawning, so it can be a little dangerous. But if you know the route, you're alright. Not many will go up there while you're standing here, so you're okay. For the most part. This is one of those maps I think Deadshot Daiquiri would have been good on. Raygun Mark II with Deadshot Daiquiri would have been a fun thing to experiment with. This is probably like one of the things with zombies, is that at this point, so many years of getting the thought into my head that round 30 was the end game, like the win, because for so many years round 30 was a really good night. Round 30 was your best night of the week. There wasn't many of them. You get them every once in a while. So 30 seemed like an attainable, like a goal. Like if you got to round 30, it's probably the end of your night, because you're probably not going to get to round 30. So if you get there, it's probably like you've probably played enough to end your You've probably played enough to end your night, right? But it's gotten to the point where round 30 isn't that unattainable these days, and so I'm so unmotivated right now to continue this game, but it's this ego thing that is confirmed to be in my head. I'm definitely someone who... Holy shit! Oh shit, how I didn't just die. I thought there was goop. I thought I was saved. I thought the goop was gonna save me. I'm definitely a guy who likes numbers, like big numbers, like in my video games. I'm certainly that guy. I'm certainly the guy who spawned leader, not spawned. That sounds like I was the father of it or something. But I'm certainly the guy who, somebody who perpetuated and fed into leadership culture over the last couple of years. Sorry, leaderboard culture over the last couple of years, because I like big numbers. I like having the biggest numbers. It's just something that has always been something that's in me, and so whenever I get to around 30 these days, which is reasonably often, I'm like, oh, that's the end, right? And I think to myself, but what about round 35? And then I get to round 40 and it's been like hours, and I'm like, but what about round 45? And so this, I think somebody talked about it in a TED talk that I watched, where it was like, our brains have been programmed that at every inkling of success, we set a new goal. So that means we can never feel happy about our success. So, for example, because at round 45 I'm going to set the goal to get to round 50, and I'm not going to get to round 50, I'm going to die at 46, even though that's 16 rounds higher than I wanted to get to at the start of the game, I'll still be disappointed because I didn't hit round 50. But if I had hit round 50... I probably would have been disappointed that I hadn't hit round 55. And it's the way that at least my brain works. And it's very interesting to me because it's messed up. Because it affects my morale so much. Damn it, I shouldn't have bought the AK ammo. It affects my morale so much. And it might even be a problem that I'm going to have as a person. That I just can never be happy with what I've achieved so far. Maybe it's a good thing, but the problem is, most people who say that, I can never be happy with what I've achieved so far, most of those people have drive, most of those people have ambition, they're willing to say, alright then, let's hit the next goal. Me, I'm lazy, so I don't understand it. I don't understand how I can have this in my heart that, this isn't good enough. For me, everything's good enough, so, it's weird. it's a weird dichotomy to be a part of. I think it's an interesting thing for psychologists to study, and those of you who followed me a reasonable amount of time may or may not have heard me rant about the science of psychology and how much I dislike it, especially when it is integrated into the field of medicine. However, what I will say is, as an academic field of study, I feel like it is one suited best to be in that field, academia. I think psychology is best when it's academic, at least in its current form. But two, I think it's a very good academic subject because it's very interesting. Analyzing the human mind is most certainly a very interesting concept to talk about, and that's why I like talks about it. That's why I've watched a decent number of talks about it. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh my God! How did I survive? Oh Lord, it's not over yet because I'm still bloody screening Oh So Real. But holy shit! That is a ridiculous survival. That's the ray gun Mark II at its finest. We're at round 34 and we just fought our way out of a corner that I was about to put myself back into. Here's where I think my strategy has evolved slightly over the last couple of years and still needs to get better in terms of zombies. I guess not strategy, but skill. Pacing. I know the route. I don't know the pacing. Because this is the best pace to run at. Gather them up. Don't let them stay over there, at least not fast ones. So then, look, there's no issue at all. But what I did is I ran so fast that the people started climbing this. Because here's the thing. Here is the absolute, the two words that make or break a zombies player. Zombie pathing. You can manipulate the zombies to an nth degree just by knowing which route that they're going to take. And they're going to take the fastest route to you. And if you always make the fastest route to you the one that benefits you the most for the zombies to go down, then that's how you become a great zombies player. And that means you can make the zombies go wherever you want. Let's say I wanted to bring them around here. See? Look. None of them went down there. That would have been a disaster for me. But because I made it, because I know the zombie pathing, I can take them where I want to take them. Like I said, no, if anybody went up there, it would have been a disaster for me, but they didn't. Well, he has, but, the whole horde didn't. If anybody went down there, see, that's where zombie pathing becomes important, because you take them the right way. And pacing your route is very important to zombie pathing, and although I'm a pretty good zombie kiter, that's kind of, like, pacing is probably where I would need to improve the most if I was to become a god tier, like speed racing to round 100 god tier. But yeah, I've never been to round 100 on any map other than Shinonuma, and that was a long time ago, a very long time ago. I was young, I was naive, I had time to burn. I still have time to burn, probably more than when I was younger, but I'm not so young and I'm not so naive anymore. I don't feel like it is necessary to overheat my Xbox 360 on a school night to get to around 200 odd on Shinonuma. It's just not my deal anymore. World at War was the game though. World at War was that game. Oh, clutch.